Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Let me see. Do I have something to wipe this with? Good morning. Um, hey, so right now, in a little bit, we're gonna start the day's spiritual message, and we'll get through it this morning. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to see if we can get people in. If not, then it's okay. We'll just start. Como dicen, somos pocos pero locos. Right? Right. Uh oh. Uh oh. So, hopefully everyone had a good night. Um, yesterday I wasn't feeling so well. Oh, I tried to set up some phone calls in the evening. Some of you responded, some of you guys didn't. I'm sorry. Like, I think yesterday I told you guys I was feeling under the weather. So I try to go to sleep a little bit earlier. Um, that way today I try to feel better. I try to go back to the old lighting system that I had before, which is really not that much of a difference. Man, this one's fucked up. Hold on. Hold on. That better or worse? That better or worse? I don't know. I tried. What can I say? I tried. Anyways, today we're gonna go into some teachings that we usually do during the day. Any questions before I start? By anybody? Any questions? Saludos a Idaho. Good morning, Idaho. So hola, ¿cómo estás, Elizabeth Chaparro Bernal? ¿Cómo estás? Any questions before I start from TikTok or YouTube? Any questions at all? Feel free to ask. This is a page venerating La Santísima Muerte, but through the power of God, as they say. So welcome in. Glad to have y'all here. We have a few people over on YouTube and a few people over on TikTok. So we'll give it a minute before we start today's message. Shall we start? Any questions? Good morning, Angie. Any questions? No questions? All right. So today's energy is for October 28th, 2025. And the present energy is influenced by Mars and Jupiter. It offers several spiritual lessons today. So action meets opportunity. The current energy is that of let's say opportunity. The spiritual teaching here is to trust your instinct. Trust your instinct, trust your intuition. Don't, like, if you feel something is right, don't second guess yourself. Don't be a person that I guess doubts their intuition or their better judgment. A lot of the times we're scared to take opportunities because we're just not built that way. We we're trained to feel small. We're trained to be fearful. We're trained to be very limited in our expectations of ourselves. So today's spiritual teaching is to trust your instincts and take action forward. Whatever feels good today, that might move your light forward, move it um towards your goals, towards your money, towards relationship. Today, take that step towards being happier, complacent, better. Okay. The key word is move forward today. So action meets opportunity. So make sure that whatever comes your way today, if it's something you've been waiting for, something you've been wanting, take that risk. It's worth the risk today. Um, be confident today. Confidence is key. Today, the universe supports confidence. Oh, did I? Oh my! I'm not even reading shit. My bad. Is there questions? Yes. Where did you get? What did I miss? Buenos dias. Hello, Angie. What did I miss? Cali. Buenos dias. New here. How would you describe your relationship with Santa Santissima? Beautiful. Um, where did I get my Santa Muerte shirt? We're gonna sell them. I'm gonna do a video today about that, so I'll make sure to post them today. All right. I've been lagging. I haven't been feeling well, so I'm gonna just do it today. I'm gonna take a picture of the shirt and just post it. You're gonna be able to order the shirts any size you want. Um, Beautiful, Angie, and any color, any size. For big sizes, there'll be a charge like for extra large, tall, stuff like that. And every shirt that we sell, we're gonna bless before we sent out. Do I speak Spanish? Yes, I do. Hablo español. Sí, hablo español. Okay. Anyways, I'm so sorry. So today, confidence is key, and the universe will support you moving forward when you work with confidence. So stop doubting yourself. All right. If there's an opportunity today, you take it. What are you looking for, Juve? Are you a new devoted person? Because I'm not gonna recommend a book. What I'm gonna recommend is you come here. I know that sounds very vain and very egotistical, but a lot of the books I've read in the past are written by scholars that found her cult fascinating, and I don't like the word cult. So most of the books that I've read are written by Ivy League, professors or Ivy League people that take away the emotion or the true sense of Santa Muerte out of it, and they tell her story from a outside perspective, if that makes sense. So I'm not into that whole outside perspective. I'm more into the spiritual side of things. So I would say come here once in a while when you can. If you have any direct questions, feel free to ask. Yes, ask a question, Lila Rodriguez. Thank you, Luna 1984. If you need help, again, I always offer help. We're gonna get better at this, crazy. I gotta figure you out more. Oh, it's one of those questions. Berenice, will your relationship with Anthony get healthier? Will your relationship with Anthony get healthier? I'm getting a no, Berenice. I'm getting a no. So as someone who's trying to UK me with, do I do protection? What is UK? I'm gonna ask for a favor. I'm old, right? So can you guys, when you guys write to me, can you write the entire words and shit? I'm very not like, okay, all right, all right. So someone's trying to. What do you do? You can inbox me to see how much United Kingdom. That's why it didn't make sense. Um, Lila Rodriguez, inbox me and let's take a look, see how bad it is. Okay. Are you spiritual? Are you religious? What is your spirituality? Let's start with that. Hey, gracias Polentino, ¿cómo estás? Yeah, inbox me. Good morning, Marisol Santa Cruz. Hi, Jessica Melanie. All right. Do you guys want to talk? Just freebase it, or should I continue with the lesson today? What do you guys feel like doing? Because I'm gonna tell you, like my energy's still a little bit off, but it's getting better. Um, Thank you for the follow. Just talk or teach. ¿Quieren que hable? Hi, Daisy. Good morning, Chula Luna. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys about the shirts. The shirts are being made by one of my followers. Um, so we're gonna charge $35 for the shirts. Out of the 35, she's putting in all the material all the time. So I'm gonna pay her for the material, and pretty much we're gonna split the profit. Okay. So again, like I want you guys to know that I'm not getting $35. I just someone's making them available for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, Daisy. I still have them. I haven't even posted them yet. I'll take a picture of them right now and just I'm gonna hang them on a hanger so you guys can see the shirt. They're really well made. They're high quality. We'll do different ones. It seems like you speak English. ¿Qué lo quieres, that Mexican guy? Grace Paulentino is asking me to speak Spanish, but she's writing to me in English. Grace, ¿por qué quieres que hable en español? Si se mira que hablas en inglés. A ver, ¿por qué? ¿Nomás porque se te hincharon los dedos? Who here speaks Spanish? Say I. Sometimes people can write in English, but they understand better when you speak in them. I know, but I can't alienate 20 people for one person, so I gotta make sure that I don't alienate everyone because someone wants us. And again, I should start doing lives in Spanish. Maybe I'll do. If you speak English and Spanish, all right. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit of history about culture. All right, cultura. Ahí les va. A lot of people. All right, Lila, inbox me for sure. Yeah, message me, Daisy, and I'll show you the ones we have available. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about culture, cultura. Ahí les va. I'm gonna say it in English and Spanish. A lot of people think that this should be spoken in Spanish because it's of Latin America, but I'm here to tell you, it's not Latin America that has death as the origin. Death is beyond the Americas, and I'm gonna be very sincere with you guys. A lot of people think that speaking Spanish is the native tongue of the Latin Americas. It's not that. Spanish is also a language from those that conquered this continent. So Spanish is also the white man's tongue. I know a lot of people, oh, habla español. La, la, la. Spanish is also, it comes from the conquistadores de este país. So I know when people say, "Oh, speak Spanish, speak to your culture," I hate to tell you guys, Spanish is also a language that comes from Europe. So if we want to be real about it, I don't know the native tongue to this continent or our people. The native tongue was lost to our people. So Spanish is also a language that was brought to the Americas by the people that enslaved us. All right? So I'm I'm not one to I can speak Spanish, I can speak English, but if you speak Spanish and English and you want me to speak in Spanish because you feel that it's more of a cultural thing to this, Spanish isn't even belonging to this continent. It doesn't belong to this continent. And my name, what country I'm from, what does that matter? I'm from the US. I live in California. Good morning, King. So again, for those people that think Spanish is the cultural language of our people, remember, it was brought over by Europeans when they conquered your land. So I'm all for English, Spanish. If I could speak more languages, I would. But right now, I'm not going to alienate everybody because one person wants me to speak Spanish if you understand English. Um, do you guys agree with me that I should not speak Spanish just because it's supposedly the language of our people? Our people didn't speak Spanish until they were conquered by Spain. And I'm gonna be honest, my people is the natives and the conquerors. My lineage is very much native and European. This is where Santa Muerte is born. She took an image that was familiar to both of our cultural past and combined it because I believe that death energy morphs as we change to better suit us. Thank you, King. So I know people hablan español porque esto el otro. Look, I'm gonna be honest. Spanish is not our language by, or not the language of this land. So why people always get bent out of shape when I speak in English about this, I don't understand. Again, Spanish is not the language of of this land. It's also a language that was brought over by the conquistadores, by the people that enslaved Mexico for hundreds of years. I can't speak not what do we, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real, 100 with you. I am a very, very spiritual person, and I think spirituality does not understand language. What it understands is love and compassion. So I'm gonna say this: death is for everybody. Death did not originate in in the in the Latin Americas. La Santa Muerte, mi Miquatutuil, I believe it's very much the death energy. Death energy has been here since we were here, before we were here. Death was created when life first began, and life did not originate in the Latin Americas. We don't know where life originated because I'm sure there's other worlds and other places God has created with life. So life. All right, bye. I mean, I know Grace Palantino doesn't want me to, but it's the truth. How many people here are of Latin descent or Mexican, Guatemalan, Puerto Rican, all of us that are from that, Hispano culture, we are both European and native. We have we're mestizos. We are a mix of the European and native lineage. And I embrace both. I know a lot of people very proud to be Aslan and Mexica, Purapecha. And I get it. There's lots of pride in being a warrior. But let's face it, that Spanish blood, that French blood, all that blood runs through our veins as well. So I'm very much a person that just knows what do I think about those people that use Santa for bad, I think people get a receipt. Anything that you do bad with her, there will always be a receipt. Like you'll pay for it long term, if not in this life, in the next. There's people that are just mean spirited, right? Or they get hired to do work. If you ever go to a curandero or brujo or bruja that has a lot of animals in their house, the reason the reason they have a lot of animals is because death comes and collects. I've been to brujos house and all those things, and they have a lot of animals because death comes around and takes them. They protect themselves and shield themselves with animals, dogs, cats, birds. So those people that do ill things, they get fucked up long term. In the long run, they get theirs. Um, if you do bad things to good people for no reason, there will be a receipt. You will owe something at some point. But if you do bad things to bad people for justice or to return energy, you're okay. Yeah, look, yo hablo español e inglés igual. Me los puedo aventar en cualquier idioma. Pero si tengo un chingo de gente aquí que habla en inglés on TikTok and YouTube, and you have one person that speaks both languages that just wants to speak Spanish for I don't know what fucking reason, like they think it's a cultural thing that this is just for Spanish speakers. It's for anybody. This this belongs this belongs to the world, not just the Latin Americas. And I'll be honest, there's lots of people that tell me I shouldn't teach this to other kinds of people like black people, white people, Asian people. Um, it's for everybody because death is universal. Death is for everybody. I don't care if you're black, white, brown, yellow, pink with green fucking polka dots. This is for everybody. And for those that think should be a closed practice, I say to you, it shouldn't. People should know about death because death is not the end. It's a transitional state that God has set as part of our journey. Nah, I don't pay attention, King. Yeah, gatekeeping is self-colonized mentality. I agree. Um, you got death threats too, Hunty? Look, I've gotten death threats from people saying they're gonna do stuff to me because I teach, and the only thing I tell them is, "I'll give you my address. Come on down." Like, I don't, I don't care. Like, I'm of Mexican origin. My parents were both born in Mexico. All right, Mac Daddy doll. Be blessed. Love and light to you as well. Um, how do you how to undo death magic on career? Blessings to you, Tubi. Thank you so much. Here's the thing. We all have the light and the dark within us, and we all are gonna eventually perish from this world. But it's a transitional state. Death, for those that think death is evil and works against the will of God, you're absolutely wrong. Death works for God. It's God's will that we perish. It is not evil that created death. It is God that created death as a balance. Without death, there would be no balance. Things would run unchecked. Things would be mayhem without death. So, to me, death is God's will. Death is God's creation. Death is not an ending, it is a transitional state to where we go back to the source and the light. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's lots of misconceptions about Santa Muerte. You don't got to give her your soul. You don't got to give her anything of that. Because I'm going to tell you why. Your soul don't belong to you in the first place. Your soul belongs to God. Your ass belongs to God. Your soul is not a chip you could put at the poker table. Your soul doesn't belong to you. Your soul belongs to the source. And for those that think they can barter with their soul, you can pretend play with your soul. And again, they'll take your dignity and they'll take your will, but they can't take your soul. So for those that like, oh, you can't give your soul to Santa Muerte. For that matter, you can't give your soul to Lucifer either. For that matter, you can't give your soul to anything because your soul is on lend to you. It has an owner. It has an original maker that's gonna fucking recall your ass one day and go back to the source. So let's debunk some things real quick. You cannot offer your soul to Santa Muerte. When you make an offering to her, it could be flowers, it could be candles, it could be candy, it could be all kinds of things. I'm gonna touch on that, Luna Nora, right now. Remind me right now when I'm done with this point. You can offer all these things, but your soul is not something you can offer. You can have a covenant with her. You can do an oath to her. And for example, I do death is the only certainty in life for correct. I offer her my blood as a communion with her. I have a communion with her. I have a bond to her. I praise God, but I also praise to death because I have a bond with her that I think is unbreakable. God is first, the Alpha, the Omega. He is the light and the source. But Santa Muerte, or the death energy, the death deity, to me has helped me in great ways. So I offer her candles. I offer her flowers. Give her toys, bread, candy, alcohol, water, all the things that you would put on the altar. But I give her myself too. I don't give her my soul, but I give her my allegiance, my covenant with her. I agree. A lot of what you say, it's rare. Thank you. Yes, so to me, God is primary, the first one. All right? No doubt. To me, death only has one energy above it, which is God. There's nothing else above her but God. Nothing else. Like maybe there's other deities and gods or cosmic beings that are at her level, but I don't think nothing else commands death. Only God does. Another thing I want to debunk is that this is a closed practice. It's only for Mexicans or people from South America or from the Mexica bloodline or the Mayan bloodline. No, death has been here from the beginning. And I believe the death energy is Santa Muerte, Miquatutuil, Hecate, Kali, all these, like Anubis, all these death energies, I believe are one the same. She presents herself to different cultures in different timelines. She sees herself in us, so she gives us a different view of who she is so we can better identify herself. And also, I'll say this, through history, maybe translation, maybe, all that stuff has taken into place. I don't have a Jesus altar, but Jesus is on all my altars. If you can see, Jesus is always here with me. If you can see, there's a crucifix above my altar. There's a crucifix above every of my altars. And there's a Jesus in almost all my altars. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there and right there. So again, Travis Sharon, I know what you're trying to do, but again, I worship God. Maybe not the same way you do, but I worship God. Thank you, Hunty. So for me, you cannot give your soul because your soul belongs to the source, which is God. However you refer to God, that's who your soul belongs to. Again, so I've always believed that the death energy is one and the same. Thank you so much, Smoke. Maz, again, like maybe you slowly introduce her, like, look, let me have her here, you know, and maybe through time she'll see the energy, because I'm gonna be honest, when I was married, I didn't fucking ask. This is what I come with, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, you either fucking like it or you don't. But I'm a bit of an asshole. I'm not gonna lie. Um, yeah, Santa Muerte is a lifelong devotion. For those that come to my house, they're like, damn, you got so many Santas. I'm all like, yeah, this kind of devotion doesn't happen, overnight. It's because I've seen her grace, I've witnessed miracles. So when I say I'm devoted, if you walk through my house, you're like, damn, fool, you got enough fucking statues of her? I'll be like, nah, I need more. I need more. Um, yeah, sometimes you have to be. And again, if it's your spirituality and she loves you, she should understand. Again, to me, if you live under somebody's house like a mother or a father, I've had people say, oh, like, you know, my mom doesn't want me to have a statue of her, but it's my room. Nah, if you live under somebody's rule, if you live with your grandparents, your parents, anybody that's paying your bills or rent or mortgage, and you're there living for frisbee, respect their wishes. I never tell people, oh, it don't matter what your mom or dad say, it don't matter what your wife says. If you guys are equals, then she should respect your space and be like, look, like if you were to be Muslim, Christian, Catholic, they should respect it. Yeah, I know, but maybe you say, hey, if you got a garage, I know she don't belong in the garage, but start there. Hey, can I do a little altar at the, in the garage or here or there? Start to introduce her slowly. The best way to cleanse her, Gabriel D, honestly, without without lying to you, if you have tap water, you can cleanse her. Water has a very healing sense to it. And I've always said this before, anybody anybody here that breathes, you are divine. You can bless water. You can bless water. The difference between you and a priest is that they went through a school that, teaches bullshit. But you can bless water. If you go to the sink, to the water hose, you can bless it and you can cleanse your statues. I'll go look for it right now. Last night I wasn't feeling well, but I'll go look. Like I was waiting up for people to send me numbers, and I don't know if I got some, but I'll you can. So I cleanse her with water. I use Florida water, which is like a perfume. Siete machos. I sage them, and then I add Santa Muerte. Let's say essence, and then I prick my finger and I put blood on her so she knows that I belong to her and I'm with her. So that's what I do. But you shouldn't do a blood oath until you're all the way in. You shouldn't do the blood oath until you're all the way in. All right? Thanks for being. Thank you so much, that Mexican guy, 567. I appreciate the love. I really do appreciate it. So, thank you, Gabriel D. So again, like if you do a blood oath, it's a communion between you and her. You're not giving your soul. It's like, look, whenever I get a new cologne and I spray it on myself, I spray it on the altar so she knows so she can detect me, in other words. I know it sounds dumb and stupid, but I have things on my altar from people I protect. I'm not gonna lie, I got some underwear there, I got some panties on my altar. I got hair from other people. I got religious relics from other people, because your DNA, your blood, your hair is the only thing that is your identifier. Many people have blood, many people have hair, but your DNA is unique to you. So I put things on the altar like, that can identify me as a marker to her. So my cologne, if I had hair, I've put things on that altar that are mine. Like I had a tooth removed. My tooth is on that fucking altar. So she knows me. It's an offering. And again, like when you do, let's say, some kinds of magic, sometimes you need, from the female's menstrual blood, blah, blah, because it's an identifier. So what I do when I get a statue, I do all that, and I might prick my finger and put a little bit of my blood on her so she knows who I am. She knows who I am, but at this point, it's become a ritual for me. Um, and again, don't do the blood thing until you're sure. Till you're sure. Like you gotta be 100 with her. And here's the thing, I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't matter if you got 5 seconds or 5 hours of devotion towards her a day. You have to give her devotion though. Like even if you say thanks for the day, thank God, thanks Santa Muerte for the meal, thank God, thanks Santa Muerte. Like, again, you have to be like that sometimes, because if you go months without like tending to your faith or spirituality, then you start to feel separate from her. She'll start to pull away a little bit. She'll never abandon you, because she won't abandon you, but she'll be like, all right, I get it. You were only praying to me when you wanted something. You were only praying to me when it was convenient to you. You were only praying to me when you had something to gain. Because a lot of people pray to her when they want abundance, they want love, they want this, they want that, they want all this. But the moment they receive that blessing, they start pulling away. So again, if you're gonna venerate her, don't venerate her on good times, bad times. Venerate her all the time. Again, I have people, oh, if I ask her for money, what do I got to give her in return? Motherfucker, your attention and your devotion. Well, what about if I only want her for that? Then it's better you don't. She's not a transaction. Exactly. If you guys don't want to be with her, then you hire someone like me to venerate for you to her. Like, hey, I want abundance. What's up? You hire me, and it's cool. But if you only go to her when you want something, how annoying would that be if the only time someone approaches you is when they want something? Wouldn't that be annoying to you? To God, same thing. People pray to God when they're fucking going through it. People pray to Santa Muerte when they're going through it. And they forget. They forget when it's all good. So don't be a person that prays to God. Look, whatever you do, if you're Muslim, Jewish, Catholic, Christian, if you're devoted, if you're all these things, don't just pray when you're in need. Pray when you're abundant. Pray when you're happy. Give thanks for the blessings you have. If you're a person that only prays to her when you want something, then you have it wrong. If you only praise God when you're fucking okay, you're doing it wrong. If you only praise Hecate, you're doing it wrong if it's only when you're happy. If you only praise Allah when you're happy, you're doing it wrong. Whatever faith you have, make sure that you are thankful for the good times, the bad times, and the in-between times. Because the bad times give you strength and knowledge and the power to move forward. Every hardship is a lesson to be learned. It is to strengthen your resolve. It is to make your spirituality and yourself stronger. So be thankful for the struggle, because the struggle will make you resilient. And if you don't learn from the struggle, then you're wasting your time. Always learn from the struggles that life has put in front of you, because sometimes they're tests. They are tests of your will, of your faith. So in struggle, be thankful, be strong, and learn from it. And when you get through that struggle and you start to rise, be thankful for that too. Many people say, God, why have you forsaken me? Why have you doomed me to blah, 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 blah? And again, what we forget is a lot of the things that we do is self-inflicted. We do it to ourselves. And then you want to blame the cosmic creator or Santa Muerte. Why don't you, you're the one that made that choice. God gives us choices. And when we choose the wrong choice and we go against our intuition, and we go against what our soul is screaming at us, and then we get the wrong results or the results that you knew you were going to get, then you want to blame the world for it. You want to blame the people around you. You want to blame God for your shortcomings by not being able to discern right from wrong. So be thankful to God and Santa Muerte if you're devoted. Here's the thing is, right here in this space, I don't care if you are Muslim, Catholic, Jewish, Buddhist, fucking, I don't care what you are. This is a place for spiritual learning. I'm not here to convert anybody, but I'm here to give you knowledge that hopefully helps you on your road to the success of life that you want. Thank you so much, Alexis Duarte, for being here. I always say, like, we have to fucking help each other out through this journey. And I don't care if you're devoted or not, you're still my brother and sister. If you don't believe in what I believe in, that's okay. You don't gotta hate me or look at me like I'm some kind of weirdo because you don't understand it. But it goes back into my soul. Thank you so much, Luna Nor. I guess you're asking if you could devote to her if you're Christian. You can pray to her. Someone asked, what do I think about people that are devoted but pray to other deities and other things? Look, you can pray to God and Santa Muerte, that's fine. Because God is the Alpha and the Omega, and that's the pecking order. For those people that claim to be devoted and praise other deities and other things, you're not truly devoted to Santa Muerte, because if you practice other things with other, then you're not truly devoted. Well, I believe that God is the Alpha, the Omega. That's just my belief. That's my belief. But again, for those that, let's say they have an altar to the 7 African powers, and they do Oshun and Elegua for some things. Oh, okay. Sorry. And you have an altar to Santa Muerte. When you devote yourself to Santa Muerte and you go outside of her and God for love, for money, you're saying to her, I don't trust you. I don't trust you with my love, my money, my happiness. So if you are devoted to Santa Muerte, but you use Oshun and Legua and other stuff to do work, you're saying to her, you don't trust her. That's the way I see it and feel it. And I'm going to say it, and this is not to be disrespectful. My mom's calling. I'll call her back right now. Someone remind me to call my mom when I get off the live, please. I know it sounds stupid, but someone remind me to call my mom, please. Somebody remind me to call my mom when I get off. Well, that's the thing. I don't think you can be devoted to, like, let's say, Orishas and Santa Muerte, because again, you're saying to God, or you're saying to Santa Muerte, you don't trust her to handle your business. It's like if you call me to say, hey, these fools are tripping, come down, and I go down, I help you out. But then you call 3 other people, like, what, you didn't think I could handle it? So you're telling her you don't believe she can handle the things that you need her to handle. And you're saying that's the same thing to Oshun and the Orishas. And I'm going to say something that might or might not be appropriate to say, but I'm going to say it anyways. When the people that work with Santeria and all that stuff, they pray up to God. They pray up to death. You pray up. They pray up to use other saints and other energies to complete the task. So they're venerating up. So they're like, they're contracting out upwards when they do their work. And that's okay. No problem. If that's your lineage and that's how you do things, that's cool. But I feel like with Santa Muerte, it's a one-stop shop. She does all that shit. Like love, money, life goals, Like, I feel that if I don't do it, like, I don't do no work without her. Everything I do is through her. Everything is God. As long as every road leads to salvation, that's what matters. That's what matters. So, again, I believe that with me, everything I do, if I were to go outside Santa Muerte to ask for abundance or money or the outside source, I wouldn't feel happy. Like, I have, and I'm gonna be honest, in my house, um, I have some Orisha stuff because I like spiritual stuff, but I have like Saint Michael, you know, San Judas, Saint Joseph. I have, La Virgen de Guadalupe, the Virgin Mary. I have all these other energies, but I believe in them. I don't ask them for anything outside of just, but everything I do, the work I do for myself or for anyone that calls upon me to help them, I do it all through Santa Muerte. I do it all through Santa Muerte with the authority of God behind it. No, it's cool. Again, like, I think God in the biblical sense is not the right God. Um, is it true that if you ask someone who passed to help you with something, something bad can happen? No, that's not true. Hey, Maida, how are you? Thank you so much, Angie. I appreciate that. Look, look, like, I'm gonna say this. In the biblical sense, I think God is, like, the biblical God is not the true God, and that's my belief. I never really talk about it because people get all upset. God, as a father, will not be upset if you found knowledge, if you got enlightenment. He wants you to find enlightenment. He wants you to find power. He wants you to find growth. A true father and mother will always want you to better yourself. So the biblical God is not the God that I refer to. Um, the true source is above that whole biblical God. And I think Jesus Christ might have been the true son of the real God. And again, it just goes into a lot of shit that I don't know how much you guys want to know, but look, I think whatever name you call God, if you call him Allah, Krishna, you know, the Almighty, I think it's the same. I honestly believe that we are all praying to the same God, and it transcends above the man-made God from the Bible. Um, Again, the whole story of the Bible where God is upset because we ate from the fruit of knowledge. As a father, as a father, if your child attained more knowledge than you, you'd be happy. If they attain some knowledge, you'd be happy. I've read the Bible. I've read the Bible. I've read almost every spiritual text, and that's why I speak the way I do. Because I'm gonna tell people, if you read the Bible, read it under your own. Don't let them to fucking tell you. And again, the Bible straight eight was made for control of the masses. All right, let's get into it then. The same people that killed the Son of God, the same people that crucified Jesus Christ, then saw the power of his image, and they took his image and conquered the world with it. They put this book together as a controlling factor. They took his image and they stole nations, they stole gold, they stole everything with his image. So you're telling me the same people that crucified Jesus Christ took his image and conquered the world with it through pain and sorrow and anguish. Exactly, Jenna Change, Ifak Yodi. I'm sorry if I got it wrong. So, if you believe in Jesus Christ, your Savior, and you see that the people that took his life then saw the power behind his image, and they conquered and colonized the world with it. They conquered, they pillaged, they took. I believe in the Almighty God too, but my God does not lend himself to such atrocities. My God does not lend himself to violence or genocide or any kind of cultural depletion. Exactly, Ren. So, again, the Bible, to me, it's like a way to control the sheep. It's a man-written book. If God came down from the heavens and handed us a book that said, look, motherfuckers, this is it right here, then I'd be like, oh, shit. But it was written by men and their interpretation of things. And if you want to be real about it, the Bible was put together in such a way that they left out such important books out the Bible. There's so many books they left out because they don't want you to know the truth, that there was giants and angels and there was all these beings that walked among us. Exactly, La Santa. So again, if the Bible was true in nature, they wouldn't cut out books. Because I've read those books. The book of Enoch, the book of Mary Magdalene, all those books that were left out, they tell you other stories. They tell you when there was men amongst us that were fucking 18 feet tall. Goliath is the only mention of the Bible they left in, but throughout all the other books, there was monsters, there was giants, there was angels. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Right now I want to get off. Remind me right before I get off because I haven't talked to her in a few days and my mom had surgery last week and I feel like a dick. I haven't gone to see her. It's just that they live far, but I'll call her right now. So I appreciate that. But remind me before I get off. So here's the thing is, I believe in the stories of the Bible because they're tales that were told before the Bible. Thank you. They were cautionary tales like the Brothers Grimm. They are stories, and I use biblical text because they are a lot of stories that can help us get by. But the Bible as a whole, if I'm speaking blasphemy, may God forgive me. But I don't believe that the Bible, the God in that book, is the God that I venerate. And again, if I'm saying all the wrong things, may God forgive me. But I feel it to be true. And here's the thing is, don't be a fucking sheep. Don't be a parrot. When you read the Bible, make your own conclusion. I have gone to churches where they take a snippet from here, and they form this story that if you read it the way it's supposed to be, it has nothing to do with what they're trying to talk about. They have an agenda. So read the Bible without skipping around. Read it through. And if you can, read the Quran. Read other spiritual like literature so you can see how stupid we are to think we're so different. And I'm gonna tell you, the church is right here. This is your church. This is your temple. Yes, perception and understanding are two different things. And again, when you are fed a narrative your entire life You believe it to be so. Straight eight. Again, I'm gonna say this. You must be Mexican, obviously, straight eight. So I want you to understand that your people, our people, venerate that God and that Bible because it was put in our bloody hands. It was by force, straight eight, that you believe that book because your ancestors were put in. I can't say it. They were thrown off cliffs. They were murked unless they venerated the God that came over on those ships. That Bible that you hold right now deep to your heart was put in the hands of your bloody ancestors by force. It was by force. So before anyone says, God, okay, look, that Bible came over with on those ships that raped and pillaged this land, and they gave us no choice but to accept that. Yes, Puerto Ricans, all that stuff. Wherever they went, it was by force. It's going good, lazy boy. I'm sorry, I like this kind of conversation. So, I know that everyone that they came across in the Americas. Again, I'm gonna say the natives, South and North American, to me are the same. They belong here. So, when I speak of colonization, not just for Mexico, but I speak of the natives as well. It was placed in their hands by force. So straight eight, if you are a proud, I guess, Mexican, then you have to understand the history of your people. We are a mixed breed. We are mestizos. We are both the colonizer and the conquered. We are Spaniards and natives to this land. But that book, even when you were born a mestizo, it was forced upon you. You were not allowed to venerate anything else but the Christian or Catholic God, punishable by death. So for you, I want you to understand truth. I want you to go beyond what they tell you. Think of the Crusades. Think of the masses and masses of people that lost their lives in the name of God. In the first 10 years of the Crusades, it's estimated about 50 to 70 million people lost their lives to the Crusades, which was the spread of the Word of God. Does your God lend himself to such atrocities? Does your God let people be slaughtered by the millions? My God doesn't lend himself to those atrocities. My God is just. He's not pure love, but he's not that hateful. He's not that vengeful. He has both good and bad within him because he encompasses everything. But that kind of atrocity can only be executed by man. Women, don't get crazy. I'm saying by mankind, all right? That's what I mean. By the human race. Don't get nuts. I know y'all crazy too, because you know what I mean? Nah, I don't need you to get all fucking in the, why I gotta say man for it? But anyways, I don't want to be like, oh, why I gotta be just a man? Like, nah, I don't want to open that fucking can of worms. So, again, for those that believe in the Bible, good for you. Whatever makes you a better person, follow that path. But be aware of the history behind it. If you are a person of color, you should know these things. If you are a person that is of Anglo descent, you should know these things too. Because, again, when we start to see the atrocities of this world and start to understand each other better, then it all makes sense. I hold no one accountable for those actions. Those things happened thousands of years ago. I'm not like, fuck white people. I don't say that. I don't say that. Like, I think that we must learn from history because, as they say, if we don't learn from it, we're bound to repeat it. Thank you so much, Gene. So, to me, whenever someone speaks of the Bible, I accept it because it's their path, it's their spiritual book. My wife is Native and Irish, and she is Santa Muerte. That's beautiful. The Native people have such a strong connection to life, which in turn is a connection to death because they are in the same balance. Again, I went way off the subject today. I was going to talk about other stuff, but I think it's important to speak of these things once in a while so we can sort of have people understand these messages. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Gene. I appreciate that. Again, like, I'm never here to tear down Christianity or Catholicism at the base of the follower. Que rollo, Frank? I'm never here to do that. But what I am here is to criticize maybe sometimes the organization as a whole. If you're Catholic or Christian, I got no beef with you. My beef is with the organization. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Roman Catholic Church as a identity, not at the lower levels of being a follower. Oh, bro, you should have seen me yesterday, bro. I hadn't been able to get my my medications. I think it's because they were on strike, and I didn't have my Ozempic for 2 weeks, and I finally got it yesterday. But my sugars were fucking all over the place, bro. They were above. When I checked my sugars, all they said was high. They just said high, like it's high. I couldn't measure it. So last night I finally took my medication, and today I woke up better, but I still feel a little bit fucked up. Like from going to such a high, then it starts to sort of go down. I feel like oh my God, I got beat. Yeah, hey man, get on Ozempic. I swear, bro. Ozempic. Nah, she won't let me go to the hospital. I remember I went to the doctor one time and they're like, we're surprised you haven't had a brain aneurysm or a stroke yet. I'm all like, nah, she got me. She won't let me die yet. I got shit to do. So, I know that's a fucked up. Let me knock on wood because she might be like, mira puto, like, let me humble you. But knock on wood, I apologize for that statement. But yeah, so I feel better. Pickle juice. I don't go that way, Alexis. Nah, I don't swing that way. No. Your medical person is hiding in the comments, probably. Yeah, Alexis. Nah, I'm straight. I'd rather be diabetic. Like, yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Angie. A ver, let's see if you can help me. As you know, they said pickle juice, bro. Nah, I'd rather just be fucking diabetic. Anyways, I know that's a very funny joke. If y'all get it, y'all get it. If not, then get with it. Look, to end that sort of topic, and Straight 8 already left a long time ago. Oklahoma remedies. Well, well, I don't be doing that fucking like, hillbilly wood stuff. What's the name of that movie where they go out and they fucking get caught by the locals? No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't. What's that movie? Nah, I'm good. I'm straight with that. No, no pickle juice for me, Alexis. I'm straight. Anyways, well, maybe you can help me. Crazy. Again, my sugars are always better with my Ozempic. No lie. No lie. I know. Deliverance. I'm not down with that deliverance shit, Alexis. I'm good. I'm good. Alexis said, try a shot of pickle juice. Take that shit in your mouth. Like, nah, I'm straight. Nope. I don't be doing that Oklahoma deliverance shit. Um, nah. You know. You know what's funny is last time, about a year ago, they're like, "Hey, it's time to do a prostate exam." And I asked the doctor, "How does that happen?" And he told me, "I'm like, nah, I'm straight. I'm good. If I get cancer, I get cancer of the butt. I'm not doing that." And what's funny is, then he's like, "Oh, well, we can send you a kit where you just get a stool sample. Let's do that then. Why you want to put your finger in my ass for? You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Like, chill. like, like, if all we had to do was a stool sample, then I'm all like, why the fuck did you want to put your finger in my butt? like it's like, nah, nah, nah. All right, Angie, I'm down with it. All right, we went way off the subject now. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. I'm not into that shit. So, anyways, no pickle shot for me. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, nah. I like cinnamon.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For help, go to the Alexa.
Nah, bro. You know what's funny? I switched doctors, right? I'm gonna say this really quick. I switched doctors last year. On the first fucking time I met him, he wanted to put his finger in my, like, the very first time. Hey, nice to meet you, doc. Blah blah blah. Whoop de whoop. Oh, you need a prostate exam. I'm like, how's that? Well, I could do that right now. Like, how? I'm like, nah. You just met me, doc. Fucking gotta get to know you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, nah. We just met, fool. Like, I don't do that on the first date. I'm an idiot, bro. Like, I'll be saying some dumb shit. The way I am here is the way I am in real life. I have, yeah, buy me some lunch, doc. You know what I mean? Like, fucking buy me some lunch. Like, give me a fucking bouquet of some shit. Yeah, I got no filter, bro. I'm stupid like that. Like, and the doctor looked at me like he had no sense of humor. I was like, fuck, nah. He goes, well, we can send you a kit so you can just get a stool sample then. Yeah, let's do that instead. Let's do that instead. Fuck that. You don't gotta put your finger on my ass to fucking. If I can just take a stool, let's do that. Like, I'm all like, fucking, fuck that shit. Like, no, I'm old school. I'm an old man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm old, so I'm stuck in my ways, and I'm sorry. Like, I just, let's get away from the subject now. I think I went too far. Anyways, I like my doctor, but not that much, bro. Like, he's not taking my virginal butt. You know what I'm saying? I like him. I just don't love that fool. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, bro. Old school. I'm right behind you, bro. I'm 47, and I'm very much like, that's an exit only. Yeah, it's uncalled for. That motherfucker said, well, I'll send you a kit and get a stool sample. That's much better. That's much better. I prefer the stool sample. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Anyways, should we move away from the subject we were on earlier, or do we continue down that route? Because I don't want to beat a dead horse. Um, and I don't feel like, the person that started that conversation is already left anyways. Yeah, they did tell you. Yeah, I don't do that the deliverance broke back mountain shit. Thank you. Continue with the same subject or move on. That was something though. I swear. Like, I'm an idiot, and when I think about it, I be stupid. I'm dumb sometimes. Yeah. Look, I'm not I'm not discouraging people from reading the Bible. Anything that enlightens you is to be looked into. But I'm gonna tell you, don't take it as truth through the eyes of whoever is telling you. Find your truth. How do I feel about doing the rosary? I feel good. I do it often. What kind of work do I do? I do spiritual work. I do cleansings. I do reads. I consider myself to be a healer and a brujo and a guide. So I don't know what that makes me. So I'm a healer, a brujo, and a guide. So yeah, and I always say this, Gene. Every day I wake up trying to be a better version of myself, and it's small steps. I've I've grown leaps and bounds from the person I was when I was a kid. But like every day I wake up trying to be a better person. And I'm gonna tell you, it's it's very much it's a struggle because it's easier to be bad. For me it comes so easy. You know what I mean? To be bad is like fuck. I'm not married. Not married. Um when I was, she didn't like it, but she didn't have a choice. Um do I work do you I do work for love, yes. Um and here's the thing is, oh my god, I guess I am married to somebody already. Brujendero consejero. Oh, Ralph, I'm gonna talk to you right now, bro. I got your number right now. I'm gonna call you, see if we can do that thing for you. Look, it's easy. It's easy to be bad. For me, it's fucking easy to be bad. Like it's so fucking easy. Every time I go to the store, I gotta talk myself out of fucking like taking shit for free. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm that individual. At one point, I was very much. Even if I had money, I was a klepto. You know what I mean? Like I was that guy. You know why pay for shit? That was always my mentality. And this was when I was young. And every time I go to the store, I fight the urge to take shit. Um, I was a street pharmacist. I always had wads of cash, but I didn't want to be a suck. I was a stupid ass. So every time I wake up, I lay in my bed and I think about the things that will happen today, and I try to be better. Um, you know, and that's all I could do is be a better person for myself, for my kids, for my God, for my Santa Muerte, for my parents, for my siblings, for my nephews and nieces. Um, then stop, Gabriel, and say a prayer and bow your head. If she wants, if you have an altar and you walk by it all the time, and she pulls you towards it, all she needs is a few seconds of your time. I would stop. I'd stop all the time for my altar. Like I look at her, I say thanks, I blow kisses. Like she's my everything. Like I'm devoted to her. Like I always say, like that's my true ride or die. Like I'm her servant. You know what I mean? And people don't understand that. I've had people pretend to understand the bond I have with it, and they like females, and they can't really grasp it. Um, so it can be quick, it can be long term. Again, what people should understand about this kind of work is that we can fast track it, but ultimately, we can't rush divine intervention. Sometimes we can work towards it, but we can't force it. If anyone ever says, "Oh, it'll be a few days," they're lying to you because they don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Because we have to first petition and do the work and see if it's accepted. And now we have to do a workaround. So it takes sometimes. It could be quick or it could be like a few weeks, maybe months. But I'm gonna say this: out of all the work I do, I think I got an 80% pull through, or slightly higher. Like I try to keep track. If anyone says it's always guaranteed, they're lying to you, Maria. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nothing is guaranteed because sometimes you're not meant to have somebody. Or again, when you fuck with people's free will, then that's another thing we got to get through. So um, it can be days, it could be tomorrow, it could be hours, then it could be longer than that. But we do the work, we petition, we do the things, and then we wait if it's accepted. Yes, prayer, meditation, and discipline are the key to success. I I believe so. I mean, that's what smart businessmen do. They just apply it to work ethics. Um, I never do amarres unless it's warranted. I explain to people the I've had lives about it. You you really can't and shouldn't take away people's will or free will. Um, but you can do endulcimientos. You can do all that stuff. You could do a lot of stuff to rekindle the romance or bring someone to you. But I never like to take away their free will because it's against God's will. But for those that want amarres, there's plenty of people that will do it for you, but they don't tell you the drawbacks to it. And if people insist that I do an amarre for them, I want my hands of the work because I've explained and nice, Ariel. Good. Pa que se le quite. You go, but nah, 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 nah. That's good. I mean, I don't wish bad on anybody, but they reap what they sow. Inbox me, Maria, and explain to me. I'm gonna say something real quick. Free will shouldn't be tampered with. There are some exceptions though. Whenever I have done an amarre, um, people always ask to break it because it goes exactly how I told them it would go. It's like when you get a tattoo with someone's name, like you're gonna cover that shit up eventually. So I always speak of the truth. I'm not. I need money, but I'm not that money hungry where I'm gonna fucking put my fucking shit at risk for making a few bucks or you at risk. I explain the situation the way it is. Like it could become toxic because they become so obsessed with you that you're 5 minutes late and they're like, "Where the fuck were you?" Because they can't stand the feeling of you might be cheating on them. Like you bring out the worst in them when an amarre because it could become really toxic really quick. Some of the amarres can turn, abusive, verbal, physical, because they cannot stand to think to live without you. So, so I explain this to people, and they be like, "Nah, but I love him. I love her." No, and I'm all like, "Fuck." Yeah, I do candle work. I do every kind of work. Um, Again, a lot of it I don't talk about because I don't talk about it because you don't talk about Bruno, and again, it is what it is. I don't believe in black magic or white magic. I believe in just what is just. I'm a child of both light and dark. Sometimes you do the things that most people can't do because they're unwilling to do it, but it's the right thing to do. Um, Latifa, so when did we hook up? Because I don't remember. Like, I don't remember us getting married. Um, was it good? Uh, so I'm very much a person that that believes in doing the right thing for people. And I don't see white or black. I see what's just and what should be done. And a lot of people don't see it that way. Oh, I don't want nothing bad to happen to them. It's not up to you. Still working on the painting. I want to see. Show me. What's your room? What's your room? What? What's your room? What? What you? What? What up? What's up, room? What the hell? What's up, room? Oh, okay. I'm all like room. All right. Hi, malicious me. How are you? So what's the next subject here? We've talked about we've gone through the gamut here. Yeah, but here's the thing, Gene. I'm gonna say this. Sometimes people don't want to do the things that should be done. Describe it. You want to buy a necklace from me? All right. Send me a message. What's the proper way to give to our altar? I'm a bit of a jerk sometimes. I just be like, I just put it on the altar sometimes. Hey, here you go. Like, it just depends on my mood, but I mean it with a lot of intention and heart. Um, it's like being in a relationship. How do you approach your woman? No, how do you approach her? Like, hey, mama, I brought you some flowers. Hey, baby, I got you some. Like, sometimes it's like, mama, this for you. Blah blah. Sometimes I just put them on the fucking altar because I'm busy. Um, so how do you? You're supposed to be better at gifting, I guess. All right, Maria, thank you. But she knows my heart, and she knows where my heart lies. So sometimes I just put things on her altar because I'm always trying to stay busy. Um, and I know it doesn't seem like I do much, but I do a lot, believe it or not. Like I do a lot of writing, daily shit, stuff like that. So it's always something with me. Nice. No, I'm not a santero. I'm devoted to Santa Muerte. There's a big difference. All right, La Santa Tix. Nice. Well, when you can, send me a picture, Latifa. A santero. Look, Santeria to me, I don't I don't agree with some of the works they do, and I'm gonna be honest, like just me. Um, like I don't think money can elevate you spiritually. Like I know a lot of people that pay 5,000, 10,000 to be elevated in that community, and you can't pay for elevation. I think spirituality comes from within, and no one can sanctify it. No one can sanctify your blessings with God or Santa Muerte or divinity. I think it comes from within. No one man I think is above any other, or woman for that matter. Again, I don't want to. No, there's a lot of people that ask. Again, he's your uncle. Maybe he takes it easy on you. But I know people that go into Santeria and all that stuff, and to get scratched is like 2 to 5,000 bucks, and uh, yeah. And again, I like the practice, but I think some people do take advantage of it. Do I see the Road to Jericho? Is that a show? Um, and again, I know personally people that got swindled by them. Oh yeah, you add to water and it lives. I have some of those on my altars. I thought I read the road. Yeah, I have some of those. It's the only plant that relives after being dead. So it's a miracle. So I have those on my altar. They're good for lots of things. If you feel called to it, guts, I say yeah. Don't listen to books, Gothic 619. Listen to your heart. Follow your intuition. You don't need an altar, but it does work. How accurate are my readings? They're pretty accurate. Yeah, I don't like Santeria. You get scammed. You always got a muerto on you, and they always ask for money. And at least that's the experience I've had with people. Um, I don't believe in the book sometimes though, Gene. Like I always say that people that write books on Santa Muerte are usually scholars that found her fascinating, and their Ivy League schools were like, oh, I'm writing this and la la, and it has no heart and no soul. Um, I know, Gene, but it only takes a few. And again, I know it's a fucking sore subject because I know there's some true people out there, but again, on social media and all this shit, there's a bunch of fucking scammers. You cannot buy spirituality. And again, like, I'm not here to ever talk shit about anybody, but I just know what I know. People have come to me that have been swindled out of thousands and thousands by santeros for being scratched, que muertos, que this and that, and it's all a fucking ruse for money. Oh, I gotta pay $5,000 because I'm gonna become blah blah blah. They're gonna assign me this and that, and I'll be like, what? And again, you can't. I'm gonna say this. It's by scammers. Yeah, scammers. But there's a lot of people that claim to be practitioners of Santeria and they're just as bad. It's Melendez. I'm not talking shit. I'm just being real. I can't. I always speak the truth as I see it. And I've seen some people be fucking swindlers like a motherfucker. Yeah, and again, not anyone, just because you have a statue doesn't make you a practitioner. And I think some people, yeah, mentirosos, farsantes, enfadosos, maricones también, merícolos, payasos, vividores, enfadosos, farsantes, enfadosos. Enfadosos you got twice. Yeah, I just be careful. Be careful because always follow your intuition. Um, and again, there's people that that are devoted and they fucking are scammers too, but they're devoted, but they're just assholes. And there's assholes in Christianity, in 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 Catholicism, but we're such a small subgroup that we shouldn't do that to each other. Like we shouldn't fuck people over because we're such a small subgroup in the spiritual realm that I think there should be more unity and a true sense of helping others. Um, and again, I'm always gonna fucking call it how I see it. And le guste que le guste, truth will always be truth. And you can't deny truth. And I know there's lots of people that are swindlers, scammers that are just in it for the scam. But there's also practitioners that scam the fuck out of people. And I'm not saying this Santeria, but I notice it a lot. Yeah, but again, like, we're such a small subgroup that fuck, man, like, there's so many of us that get fucked over by practitioners, but we're a small subgroup. We shouldn't have such a big number of people getting fucked over. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. It's sad because you give the practice a bad name sometimes, and people are driven away by it for a few bucks. I'm good, Alejandro. How are you? Man, again, it's a sore subject, and I never want to be a dick about it, but I'm always gonna be honest about it. Like, I'm always gonna be honest, and it's the only thing I could do. And I'm very much a straight shooter, as they say. And I speak from not from hearsay. I speak from observation and experience. I've been to other practitioners' things, and they're full of shit. I saw somebody one time put down fucking lighter fluid on the floor, and they walk somebody in, and they're telling them, "Oh, we're gonna do this, cleanse you," and then they throw a match, and they want the person to believe that the fire was fucking like there because they were cursed, and I'm all like, meanwhile they got a whole box of lighter fluid right there, and I'm all like, how the fuck? And people buy it. And again, like, this lighter fluid that's on the floor is supposed to be like, oh, it's because you're cursed and this and that and blah blah, and every motherfucker walking in that room was cursed because they just put down more lighter fluid. So again, I know all the tricks of the trade. I know all the bullshit. Whatever. Like, it is what it is. And I just don't want people to be swindled. I don't want people to be swindled. I don't want people to be fucking taken advantage of. That's look. If you're gonna hustle, hustle. yeah, now again, like always be careful. Like don't trust anybody. Don't trust me if you don't feel like you can trust me. Like follow your intuition. And that's all I can tell you guys. Like I always tell you guys, whatever I say, don't take it for fucking. How do I distinguish myself from other practitioners? I try to be honest. I'm very transparent. Like I always say, look, my name is Victor Guerrero. The number you get is the same number that my children have and my mother have. Like I'll give you my address. Like cause I don't el que nada debe nada teme. Like I don't hide. Like again, my name is Victor. My last name is Guerrero. You know, the number you get is mine. It's a T-Mobile number. It's not a fucking Google number. It's not a fake number. I'm very, very open. Like, you know, I don't fuck around. Like, and I'm not afraid to give my real info because I don't do any shit that's fucking shady. And when people have my name and number and all that shit, oh, well, I'm gonna curse you. Well, go ahead, motherfucker. Like, try. I don't give a fuck. Go for it. Give it your best shot. So, I feel very much like if I was gonna be someone shady, I would be using WhatsApp and Google numbers that are fake and what's my name? I don't know. It's just call me El Señor de la Muerte. Nah, like look, my name, I'll give you my name, my date of birth, I'll give you my fucking address, I'll give you my phone number, and the phone number you get is the same number my kids have and my mom have. No shit. Like I don't fuck around. So I distinguish myself by being transparent. I distinguish myself by being honest and truthful. I distinguish myself by trying to be a better version of myself. I don't like look when people come to me, I oh yeah. Before I get off, someone remind me because I haven't called my mom in a few days, and I use different things for limpias. There's many. I don't do the huevito limpia. The egg cleanse doesn't work, y'all. All right, it's more of a detection thing, and it might wipe away a little bit of things, but it doesn't wipe it off all the shit. There's many limpias that I do. I got the heavy hitter limpias. I got the run of the mill. So it just depends on the shit you carry. You know what, bro? Right now I'm gonna get off the live and I'm gonna call you, Ralph, because I think you have time issues with your situation. But I'm gonna be honest. Like I really feel strongly about transparency. So, you know, the person you see before you is the person I am wherever I carry myself. And no, Gene, you have a blessed day. Thank you for being here. And again, like it's very much a to me it's a calling. I don't do this because I want to. I do it because it was forced upon me in a sense. I used to do other things in life where I made real good money. I used to be a street hoodlum that made lots of money. Then I became a financial advisor. I became a real estate person. I became a lender for mortgage. And this has been chasing me my entire life. It's been chasing me. It's always been there. And finally I gave in. This is not something I chose to do. It was thrust upon me, as they say. And again, you can look me up. I used to fucking manage areas and fucking, you know, whole counties of shit for companies. But I gave that up. I gave that all up because I wanted to do this full time because this was my calling. And I'm broke now. I'm a broke motherfucker now, but I've never been happier. I've never been happier. Thank you so much, Angie. Again, I may struggle financially, but I sleep better at night. That's crazy, right? So this is my calling. And when people call me, you know, I say, you know, give me what you think my time is worth. Everyone tells me I should start charging people. Not yet. Not yet, malicious me. No cake yet. I'm still looking for that fucking slice of cake. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys. I care, but I don't care. I'm an asshole at times, but I mean well. You know what I'm saying? I thought you had migraines today, though, too. Like, Come to AZ. What do I get in AZ? Cake. Um, Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Truth will always be truth, right? And you should always be able to distinguish truth from lies. It's just that you've forgotten how to distinguish it. Your intuition will always lead you to the right way, but we choose to go against our better judgment a lot of the times. And I speak to a lot of you to do it. A lot of you. And again, I think people trust me because I'm very blunt and straightforward. I don't fuck around when it comes to doing things. If I do trabajos, I don't put glitter on a candle. I don't put fucking like sparklers. I don't make my candles look like elote. You know what I mean? I don't make it look like it has fucking like tajin all over it. And I'm a simple motherfucker. I do what I feel works. I don't do anything outside of the ordinary, right? Just what I've known works. Readings are whatever you think my time is worth. I don't come here dressed like Liberace. I don't put on fucking facades of greatness. I come before you in my simplest form, in slingshots and fucking t-shirts and fucking shorts. I don't give a fuck. You've seen them, man. I know y'all seen those elote candles. They look delicious. They look like they got chamoy in it and fucking tajin. What's up, Ismael? How are you, bro? Like, I don't do all that shit. I come before you how I am. Like people like Ariel, David, people that know me. This is the way I am, perfectly the same way when you meet me. Uh, yeah, like I don't do none of that shit, and I don't get all ready to get before you guys. I come in my truest form. I come sometimes with fucking slobber on my face. I don't give a shit. This is who I am. Um, so I don't have delusions of grandeur. Everything that is done through me is not because of me. Um, Thank you, David. Again, David knows me. Ariel knows me. Some of you know me personally. This is how I am in person. Like I'm not changing up or anything like that. I am who I am, and I don't apologize for it. I'm just gonna be who I am, and the way you see me now is the way I'll be. Like if you fucking ever meet me, and again, I have no delusions of grandeur. I see people talk about I am so powerful. I am this. I am that. Like motherfucker, I know. I can't wait. Um, you are nothing without this power of God or Santa Muerte. Like I'm not delusional. I know the shit don't come through me. It's not through me. It's through them. I'm just a conduit. I'm a fucking spark plug. I'm a fucking fuse. I'm that. But I'm not the powers, the source isn't within me. So I try to keep it humble. I know I say we can help you. I don't work with nobody else. Like I don't got people here. I say we because I know it ain't me. It's them. So I never say I when I talk about helping you. I can help you is not that. Is we can help you. We can help you because I don't work by myself. What I mean is I don't work by my own fucking energy. Have a good day, Latifa. Text me later. And again, like it's what happens. Like here's the thing is you'll understand one day because we're all gonna grow. I didn't know we were married. I mean, next time send the motherfucker a message. I didn't even get to fucking to smash. What the fuck? like, man, or cake, nothing. I didn't get the pie or the cake. Ain't that about a bitch? Anyways, I'm a fool. I'm sorry. Um, I didn't get the cakes or the pie, or the cupcakes. I'm getting the short end of the stick. Anyways, um, I'm an idiot. I know. Look, I'm gonna say this. No one's ever asked me how I distinguish myself from other people that do, and I never really thought about it. But that's a good question, and I appreciate it. Um, I try to be humble. Thank you, Angie. I try to be humble. I try to be real. I try to be authentically who I am. Again, I don't think that if I came here with a fucking wig looking like Liberace, you'd be like, oh, this fucker's it. You know, like if I were to look like Walter Mercado, you'd be like, look at this guy, he must know his shit. I don't do that shit. Nice. That means she's accepting it. Nice shit. Show me the picture of your altar, bro. I want to see. Thank you for that. Thank you for the pumpkin. I appreciate it. Look, right now, I'm gonna take a time because I know one of y'all have a time thing on their house thing. All right, cool. So look, I've been roughly on the live for almost 2 hours right now. I'm gonna try to come back later. I haven't had breakfast or lunch yet, but I had Ozempic, so so my sugars hopefully will be better today. Um, I'll be on the live later again, but thank you, Jezebel. I'm not hungry, bro. I'm gonna eat something. I'm gonna go take my meds again and blah blah and get better. And you always fucking come in late, for real, you do. Um, but mind your mind, that was a great fucking question. You got me thinking a lot. How am I different? How am I different? Um, I got homework for you motherfuckers right now. Nah, I'll give you some pickle juice, Alexis. I just don't have like nah. That just sounds wrong. Um, I want you guys to tell me, for those that know me or that's come here often, how am I different from other people that do this shit? I want you to send me a message or a text. How am I different? Because that really got me thinking. Like you fucked with my mind right now. Fucking mind your mind. Um, you got me fucking thinking. How am I different? So send me a message, text me. That really brain fucked me right now. Like how do I distinguish myself from it? Um, thank you. Uh, fuck it. I'm on a text, fools. I can post it. Nah, I'm gonna post your shit. This is for me. Yeah, let me know because that really got me thinking. Like for real, how am I different? I think I'm transparent. I think, um, I try to be real, and again, like I want people to feel secure with me. Um, okay, I don't sugarcoat shit. Like I don't. I think I got a good sense of humor, but sometimes it's a bit crass and I'm a bit obnoxious. I know that. I'm not everybody's fucking cup of tea. Like I'm an acquired taste. Um, yeah, Jesus loves you too. Thank you, Gio. I'm an acquired taste. So right now that question is really going in my head. I'm a rabbit hole kind of motherfucker. Like I think about things and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, oh, like what is it that makes me different? Um, thank you guys. Thank you, Ismael. Thank you, Ren. Thank you, Gio, for that as well. Nah, don't believe the hype. If it ain't me, it ain't me. I only got one account. Don't report that guy, Miss Jeannie. Report him, please. All these motherfuckers that use my face, report them. I can feel that you are authentic and other people you have to decipher them and their motives. Thank you, pop up SOS healing. Thank you for that. Thank you, Jezebel. Again, yeah, report him and hex him. Fuck it. Don't get scammed. All right, look. Let me get off the live. I'm gonna call my mom right now, and then I'll be back. I'm gonna make some phone calls. Go probably try to eat something, and ponder this question. Yeah, it ain't me, bro. Don't fuck with them. I'll call you right now. All right. Thank you so much, Carla and Rex. I appreciate that. May you be blessed. All right. I'll be out. I'll be back in a bit. All right. I'm gonna make some phone calls and I'll be back. I might fucking shave. I look all fucked up. All right. I'll be back. All right, people. I'll be back. All right. Ahorita te hablo.